Hey there, you strong, gorgeous human being. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Kalana Yoga. My name is Shauna, and I will be guiding you through today's practice. This class is a cardio yoga class, so get ready to get your sweat on and get your heart rate lifted, but always be sure to practice at your own pace and focus on proper form. Just know this is a recording of a live class, and if you're interested in joining us live, please check out the website kalaniyoga.com, where you'll see the full schedule and you can sign up for class even for free. Thank you so much for being here. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Tonight's class is going to be cardio yoga. So I hope you're ready to get your sweat on. All right, so we are going to start in a child's pose tonight. So come down to the back of your mat, bring your big toes to touch, open your knees as wide as what's comfortable for you, and reach your fingertips all the way forward. Rest your forehead gently on your mat. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it out, open mouth. Take another longer, deeper inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Feel the back begin to relax and lengthen. And take one more final, biggest breath yet. Invite in as much air as you possibly can into your lungs. Pause when you reach the top. And exhale, let it all go. Seal your lips. And continue to take long, slow, deep inhales and long, slow, complete exhales in and out through the nose. Feel your shoulder blades begin to soften and relax. Allow your hips to reach a little closer to your heels. Perhaps your low belly is resting on your thighs if your knees are closer together. Or perhaps you're reaching the low belly down toward your inner thighs if your knees are further apart. Allow your focus to turn inward, contained within the four corners of your mat. If you choose to do so, take this opportunity to set an intention for your class. What is it you hope to put forth or get out of tonight's class? Gently rock your forehead from ear to ear. And on your next inhale, slowly push yourself up to a tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Squeeze the low belly in and up. Reach the crown of your head forward. Strengthen through the spine. Take a big inhale. Exhale, cat pose. Round the spine, tuck your chin, press the mat straight down. Inhale, cow pose. Look up, let the belly drop, and reach your tailbone up. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, tuck your chin, invite space between the vertebrae. Inhale, cow pose, broaden through the collarbone, maybe give the hips a gentle little shake. And continue to move between your cat and your cow, but adding on. Maybe adding on some hip circles, maybe rolling out your ankles or your wrists or your neck. Just moving gently and mindfully as we're still warming up. And whatever you do on one side or one direction, also repeat on the other side or the other direction. Take this opportunity to customize your warm-up. And it's okay if you hear some little cracks or clicks or pops, just waking up the body. Beautiful. Once you have found balance on both sides, return to your tabletop position. Long, strong spine. Puff up the space between the shoulder blades. Reach the crown of your head forward. Inhale, step your right foot back. And then step your left foot back. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips and begin to pedal out your feet. Press one heel down at a time, bending the other knee, and then switch. Maybe do that one more time each side. Feeling a nice stretch along the back of your calves. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your wrists so your feet are hips width distance apart. Maybe a little wider if that feels good. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy. Option to grab opposing elbows. Option to softly sway from side to side. Release your fingertips down to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, roll yourself up to standing. Roll your shoulders all the way up, back, and down. Two more just like that. Forward, up, back, and down. Last one, up, back, and down. Beautiful. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your hands to the sky. Roll the shoulders down your back. Activate all the muscles in the body. Press down through all four corners of both feet and actively lift up through your arches, your calves, your kneecaps, and your thighs. Squeeze the glutes in and up. Tuck the belly in and the tailbone down. Reach the fingertips up. Relax the shoulders away from your ear. It's okay if there's a little bit of space between your biceps and your ears. Hold here. Inhale, get long and strong. Exhale, gentle back bend. Lift the chest, cactus the arms, maybe push the hips a little forward. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your chest, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, long, strong spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank, and lower all the way down to your belly. Squeeze the elbows in toward your ribs. Keep your palms under your shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest gently, baby cobra. No weight in the hands. Exhale, relax your chin down. Inhale, push yourself up to a tabletop. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold. Feet are together this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Long, strong spine. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the hips. Inhale, rise, mountain. Arms come with us. Exhale, gentle back bend. Moving a little quicker now. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, nice and slow. Inhale, baby cobra, or put a little more pressure into your hands for a medium or a high cobra. Roll your shoulders down your back, broaden through the collarbone. Lower the chin down. Inhale, push yourself up through tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend, lift the chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Moving a little quicker, but still to your breath's pace. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the low belly up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. This time lower all the way down or halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the elbows hugged in. Inhale, upward facing dog or full cobra, whichever variation feels good. Broaden through the collarbone. Exhale, downward facing dog, option to stop through tabletop. Beautiful, take a pause here. Notice if you're feeling a little more warmed up. I know I am. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Toes point down, heel points up. Lift through the back of your right thigh. Hold here, one more inhale. Exhale, shift your shoulders over your wrists and bring your right knee behind your right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, shift the shoulders forward. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Beautiful. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips and your hips over your back knee. Inhale, hold, squeeze the low belly in. Exhale, gentle back bend, lift through the chest. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands down, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, rise for high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, arms come to a T. Check your alignment for this first warrior two. Front heel draws a straight line to the middle of the back foot. Front toes point forward, back foot's about at a 90-degree angle or parallel to the back of your mat. Sink as deep as you can into that front knee. Check that your shoulders are over your hips. Reach your fingers in opposing directions. Feel those thighs and glutes turn on. Inhale, flip the palms, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm to the sky. Beautiful. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Reach the arms back down. Inhale, star pose. Straighten the front leg, pivot your front toes. Bring both hands up to a T. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Fold at the hips. Wide leg forward fold. Reach your fingertips down to the mat. And hold for just a breath here. Really warming up the back of the legs. Shift your weight forward, so your weight's in the balls of your feet, and see how that allows you to maybe get a little deeper in the stretch toward the back of your legs. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage through the core. Bring your hands out to a T. Lift yourself all the way up. Bring your hands back to heart center. Bend the left knee. Side lunge to the back of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale up through center. Exhale, lunge to the front. Bend the right knee. Inhale up through center. Exhale back. Inhale center. Exhale front. Inhale center. Exhale back and hold. Now check that your knee is not moving any further forward than your back toes. And maybe begin to pulse. Little baby lunges on the left side for 3, 2, 1. Push yourself back up to center. Exhale, lunge to the front. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Inhale, center. Exhale, front. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, front. Hold. Shift your weight back a little bit so you can lift up your toes if you need to. And then pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to heart center and heel toe your feet together. So bring them all the way to touching. And we have a new little fun cardio move we're going to try today. So we're going to alternate squats on either side. So I'll demonstrate really quickly and then I'll have you join me. So first we'll step our right foot out to the side and squat. When we come to center, open up the arms nice, big, wide. And then to the left, step your left foot out and squat as low as you can, leaving your chest as high as you can. Come back to center, arms reach open wide. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together in this opening motion. So go ahead and join me here now that you know where we're going. And open your right foot out, squat as low as you can, keep the chest lifted. Come back to center, open the arms. Exhale, squat, step the left foot out. Back to center, open wide. Move at your pace. If you need to go a little slower, that's totally okay. If you need to go a little more narrow in the feet, that's okay too. Customize this so that you're able to get a great little workout, but it feels manageable and attainable. Beautiful, to the back. We're gonna do one more each side, center, left, center, and right, back. Beautiful, come to center, exhale, forward fold. With your hands on the ground, begin to step your feet back out to that wide leg forward fold. Pivot your right toes forward so you have warrior 2 feet. Walk your hands to the front foot. Place your right elbow on your right thigh. Peel your left arm open to the sky for extended side angle. Lift the left arm. Open the chest. Beautiful. Inhale, look down at your front foot. Release your hands down. Step back to a high plank and Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower all the way or halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's try that on the other side. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, left leg high. Toes point down, heel is up. Lift the heel a little higher. Activate the back of your left thigh and the left glute. Exhale, step it. Press your, shift your shoulders forward and place your left knee, the back of your left elbow, or as close as you can to it. Inhale, 3-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Place your left foot in between your hands and then lower the right knee down. Inhale, lift the shoulders over the hips. Bring your arms up. Low crescent lunge. Beautiful. Activate that low belly. Exhale, gentle back bend. Lift the chest, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up high, and then place them on the ground. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, arms come to a T. Activate the back muscles, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Check that foot alignment. Once again, press down through the pinky toe side of both feet, opening up the right or the front knee and spiraling the back knee inward. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior. Flip the left palm, reach it to the sky. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Parallel the feet, arms reach up high. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Reach your fingers down to the mat. And we'll just hold this for a moment. We know where we're going. So just take a moment here to stretch out the back of the legs. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and switch directions so I can see you. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Activate the core. Reach your arms out to a T. Lift yourself all the way up and bring hands to heart center. Beautiful. Starting with the back knee, bend your right knee, side lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale through center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left, and hold. Hold it here, hold the lunge, and then pulse. Lower lift, just little baby movements. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through center. Exhale to the front. Right knee. Inhale center. Exhale left knee. Moving your breath, your pace, your depth. Go as low as or as high as you feel comfortable. Try to keep the chest lifted as we alternate mindfully. Center to the right and hold. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and pulse. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come back through center. Arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Bring your hands down to the ground and heel toe your feet together until you come to a standard forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Activate the back muscles, engage the core. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. And you know where we're going. So we're going to do those alternating side squats once again, starting to the right. So step your right foot out and squat. Center, open the arms, open the chest. To the left, squat. Open, center. Right, squat. Once again, your height, your depth, your pace, your breath. You do not have to match me. You know where we're going. We're alternating squats, moving as quickly as we feel comfortable to increase our heart rate, because this is cardio yoga, but still moving mindfully to maintain a nice strong form. All right, last one to the left. Beautiful. Hand center. Great job. Bring your hands back to heart center. Fold at the waist. Separate your feet all the way back out into that wide leg forward fold. Pivot your left toes forward. So warrior 2 feet. Walk your hands to your front foot. Place your left elbow on the left thigh and then peel the right arm up for extended side angle. Feel a nice long stretch through the top side body. Open through the chest. Beautiful. Inhale, lift down at your front foot. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back to a high plank. Chaturanga, Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Hold here for a breath. One big breath in. Exhale, open mouth, sigh and out. One more just like that. Release all the heat. Big inhale. Exhale, open mouth. Flush all that hot air out. And then come down to your knees. And we're going to practice a little core work tonight. So come all the way down to your back. Beautiful. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, maybe rock side to side. Okay, great. So we're going to start in a reverse tabletop. So bring your knees above your hips and flex your feet up toward your shins. Knees are at about a 90-degree angle, 90-degree angles all around. Beautiful. Press your palms into the tops of your thighs. When you put a little pressure between palms and thighs, you might notice that your low belly begins to activate. So try to maintain that activation. Press your low back into the mat. Beautiful. All right, now to move, extend your left leg long and reach your left arm over your head. Just hovering both above the mat if you can. If you need to set them down, that's okay too. And then come back to center, return that pressure and switch sides. Reach your right leg forward, right arm up, and then back to center. If you can stay hovering, that's great. If you need to set them down, that's okay too. Reach the left arm and leg far and wide, and then back to center. Press the low back into the mat when you come back to center. Right side, extend, and center. Beautiful. One more round each side. Left side, reach and extend. And come back to center on the exhale. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, center. Beautiful. Bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Great job. Beautiful. Now place your feet flat on the mat and come up to your elbows and then your palms. So palms are down. Place your fingers either pointing out toward the side or pointing directly behind you. We're going to practice a reverse tabletop or a reverse plank, whichever variation feels best for you today. So for a reverse tabletop, bring your feet a little forward. You can either keep your toes pointed up, or if it feels more stable, you can have them flat on the mat. And then just what you might think it looks like, lift your heels up or lift your hips up rather, so they're almost or as close to in line with your knees as they can. Activate through your glutes, open through the chest. Beautiful. And lower down. If you're trying the reverse plank variation, step your feet out a little further forward, and this time lift the hips and maybe straighten the knees. Now it's going to be a little bit more challenging, so if you need to keep the knees bent, you absolutely can. But if you're warrior princess and you want to do a reverse plank, go ahead. We're going to try whatever your variation is 2 more times, only holding it for about 5 seconds each. So find your variation and exhale as you lift. Lift the hips, roll the shoulders back, activate the glutes. 3, 2, 1, lower the hips down. Beautiful. Last round. Inhale, hold to prepare. Exhale, lift the hips. Lift, lift, lift. Use those glutes. Lift, lift, lift. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Return back down to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself one more little hug, maybe a little rock. And we're going to go back to our first core move one more time. So stack your knees over hips, 90-degree angles all around. Flex the toes up. Find that pressure between the palms and the thighs, pressing them into one another just enough so they can stay still, but your low belly is turned on. Pressing the low back into the mat, and then extend your left leg long. Reach the left arm up. Hover if you can. Extend through the heel. Reach, 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 and back to center. Pressure. Right side, lift your right arm back. Keep the right heel reaching forward and back to center. Beautiful. 2 more rounds each side. Left side, reach and extend. You can do this. So strong. Back to center. See, you don't have to move fast for a cardio workout. Reach and extend right side. Push through the heel. Keep the pressure on the left palm. Beautiful. Back to center. One more time each side. Last time we have to do this. Left arm reaches up and come back to center. Last time on the right, reach and extend. And then come back and give yourself one more hug. Beautiful. All right, come back up to a seated position. Just like we did the first variation of our core workout twice, we have to do our second one twice. So find your palms, pointing the fingers back or to the side, whichever feels more comfortable for your wrists. Decide if you want to do the reverse tabletop or if you want to try a reverse plank. Reach your legs out in front of you, toes point up, dig your heels into the mat, and then inhale to prepare. Exhale as you lift your hips. Roll the shoulders down your back. Lift, lift, lift. And lower. Let's do it 2 more times. Hold, prepare. Find your variation. You can switch it up. You don't have to commit to the same one. Inhale to prepare and lift. Beautiful. Lift the hips, activate the glutes. Push up, 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 and lower. One more time. We got this. Feels like a nice little stretch on our abs after that first core workout, huh? All right, last one. Inhale to prepare. Press down through the heels. Exhale as you lift. Lift, lift, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake out your wrists. Maybe roll them in a little circle. Great job. That was fun, right? All right, come up to a seated position. Keep your legs out in front of you, toes pointed up. Option to keep a gentle bend in your knees. Reach your arms up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, seated forward fold. Try to reduce the rounding of the back. So continue to lift the chest up. If it's too much to grab for your toes, which it definitely can be sometimes, that's okay. You can always come back to maybe your shins or your calves or maybe even the back of your thighs. This is another great stretch to use a strap with. So if you have a yoga strap, you can put them around the bottom of your feet and use that leverage to try to help you get a nice good stretch. So find the variation that feels good to you. I'm not the most flexible in the back of my legs, so I actually have to keep my knees bent if I reach forward toward my toes, and that's okay. We're gonna feel this along the back of our legs. So if you round the spine, you'll feel it in your back, and that's not the intention here. So we gotta keep the back long and strong, keep the chest lifted, feeling this on the back of the legs. Beautiful. If your if your knees are straight, you can even take your two peace fingers and wrap them around your toe to get a little bit more leverage. But if your knees are bent, that may not be necessary. Beautiful. Slowly walk your hands back to your hips and then bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together for a butterfly pose or a cobbler's pose. Allow your knees to come out wide. If this feels good, you can grab your feet. Once again, nice, long, strong spine. So we're not trying to feel this stretch in the back. We're trying to feel it in the legs. So nice, long, strong spine. Reach the crown of your head forward. And then maybe if you want a deeper stretch, reach the chest forward. So this one I actually am pretty flexible in. All those years cheerleading, I guess, did that. Keep the core tucked in, reach the crown up, maybe shift the chest forward for a deeper stretch. Beautiful. All those lunges and squats, really want to stretch out the thighs. Okay, wonderful. Come back up to a center. Extend your right leg long and keep the sole of your left foot on your inner thigh. Reach your arms up to the sky, pivot your shoulders towards your right leg, and then begin to hinge at the hips and feel a stretch along the right leg. So once again, here we want to feel the stretch in the leg, not the back. So we're going to keep the back nice, long, and strong. If you can reach your toes, that's great. You can hold on to those. If you can't, maybe just hold on to your calf or your thigh, whatever feels good. And this is one of those stretches that, if it doesn't feel comfortable at first, you will absolutely see progress if you practice this while you're watching TV or just hanging out in the living room, reading a book, whatever you do when you're sitting still. This is one of those ones that you can practice and get a lot more comfortable sitting on the floor. Beautiful. Engage through the core as you slowly back up out of the posture and then switch sides. Bring your left leg out to the side and bring your right foot along the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, arms reach up, shift the shoulders, pivot them toward the left leg, and then hinge at the hips. Keep your left toes pointed up, extending your heel forward. That'll really help with the stretch. And then grab wherever it feels comfortable. You don't have to push yourself too hard, finding what feels good. Continue to keep the chest lifted, engage through the core. Feeling this along the back of your whole left leg. Great job. Inhale, slowly come up out of this one. All right, now we're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna go both sides. So open up your legs nice and wide. Now this, I'll tell you, this is something that I still don't feel the most comfortable doing because I feel like my sit bones aren't able to get nice and flat. But you will see progress as you go through this more times. So widen your heels as much as you feel comfortable, toes point up. And for this one, if you feel like you're starting to fall back a little bit, that's okay. Bring your hands to your side and use that leverage to shift your shoulders forward. Keep your core engaged, reaching the crown of your head up and reaching the chest forward. If this still feels a little uncomfortable, you always also have the option to practice this with a block under your seat. That can be a really great variation to get a little bit more flexible in this posture. If you're like, yeah, no, Shauna, I get it, you can't do it, but I can, then cool, maybe reach your hands forward. As long as you have a nice, long, strong spine, maybe you can widen the legs more if you feel comfortable doing that. But find the variation that feels really good that you can hold sustainably for a few breaths. Beautiful. All right, now really slowly and carefully bend the knees and bring them back together. Maybe shake out the legs a little bit if they're feeling a little worked out. Great job. Keep your left leg long, bend the right knee, cross the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Take your right hand, place it on the back by your spine. Reach your left arm up to the sky and maybe cross it to the outside of your right knee. That's option 1. Option 2 is you can just give that right knee a hug if that feels more comfortable. So find the arm placement that feels good for you. Keep the core engaged the whole time on this one. So continue to reach your crown of your head nice and tall. Abs and back are turned on as you begin to twist gently. So we just keep the core engaged so we don't twist further than we might want to. So the abs really protect the spine from moving in a direction that is not comfortable. Maybe look over the right shoulder. Beautiful. Slowly inhale as you come back to center. Keep the legs and then just give me a little counter twist. So just move the arms to twist the top half over to the left side of your body. Great job. And then come back to center. We'll switch legs. Bring your right leg long, bend the left knee, place the left foot on the outside of the right thigh. Left hand to the base of your spine. Right arm reaches high, and you can either place the back of your right arm against the top of your left thigh or give it a little hug, whichever feels better for you. Keep the core turned on. Maybe start to look over your left shoulder. Feeling the twist through the mid to upper spine. Beautiful. Inhale as you come back to center. Keep the legs. Little counter twist toward the right. Just move the arms. Great job. And then come back to center. Beautiful. Make your way down to your back again. Great job. Lower all the way down to your back. And give me just a wall-to-wall stretch. Reach your arms over your head. Point your toes, get long. Beautiful. And then walk your knees up into your chest. Inhale, happy baby. Widen the knees. Press the soles of your feet flat toward the ceiling. Grab either the backs of your knees or maybe the bottom of your feet if that deeper variation feels good. Just make sure your whole spine stays flat on the mat. Beautiful. If it sounds good, maybe gently rock from side to side here. Great job. Hold it for one more breath. Beautiful. And then bring your knees back into your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees. Give yourself the biggest hug you've had all day. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. And release into Savasana. Extend your arms and legs out long and wide. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take up as much space as you can. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh it out. Allow your tongue to fall from the roof of your mouth as your breath returns to its natural, effortless pace. Feel your belly lift and rise with each breath. Actively release each muscle group. Soften through your calves, your kneecaps, and your thighs. Relax your glutes. Relax your forearms and your biceps. Soften your whole spine. Allow yourself to be lifted and supported by the earth beneath you. Begin to invite a little more breath into your lungs with each inhale. Begin to increase your awareness to your body and your breath. Maybe start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe rock your feet side to side. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head once again for a wall-to-wall stretch. And then guide your knees into your chest for a nice soft hug. Gently rock from side to side and fall over on your favorite side. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly push yourself up to a seat and cross your legs. Root down through your sit bones, bring your palms together and reach the crown of your head to the sky. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Maybe look inward for validation and acceptance. Inhale, draw your thumbs to your lips. May we speak words of truth, kindness, and encouragement. Inhale, draw your thumbs to your third eye center, our space of introspection and reflection. May we be the change we wish to see in this world. Take a deep inhale to fill yourself with love and light, and exhale to share it with the world. Namaste. I really hope you enjoyed your class today. If you like these videos, be sure to like and subscribe the YouTube channel, and I will be popping into your inbox at any time. I would also love it if you joined us on our Facebook community page, and you can sign up for the weekly newsletter at kalanayoga.com. Thank you so much for being here.